All right, what's going on, guys? We got another Valpo stream coming in for the Valpo Overwatch team. I'm Scott or Lil Flaps for in-game. I play for the varsity team.
I'm Chris or Troro. I'm a support player for the varsity team.
So it's looking like we're against Purdue Console, right?
Yeah, so this is interesting. This is something you don't see a lot, especially in like NECC, which is a team of I think at least majority console players, which is interesting. It's going to be a really I don't know. It's not going to be like what you typically see because console plays. I mean, it's a lot different from PC. It's definitely like a whole different playing field.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, console just means you're playing on a controller instead of a mouse and keyboard. So normally console players have a small advantage in aiming because they have something called aim assist, but at the same time you lose the fine motor
Yeah.
skills of mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely what you lose in like your absolute precision on like a mouse and keyboard, you make up for in well, one, it's like you have to a controller like sits in your hand so they can do certain actions a
Yes.
lot easier, and then the aim assist, of course, is like
Yes.
it can play a pretty big factor. Especially, I don't know actually how strong it is in Overwatch. I know in like Apex and stuff like that, it can be pretty
Mhm.
intense, but
Yes,
I don't know about
yes.
Overwatch.
I know in Overwatch, I think a couple years back, like when Overwatch 1 was still a thing, it was really good. I think it was
Interesting.
almost like 15 to 20%, which
Wow.
was
Yeah.
really high because I know at some point they actually banned controllers in pro play and stuff like that because of
Yeah.
how good it was. So they forced them to playing on mouse and keyboard.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see where this is
I
gonna
really
go
am.
because I know Purdue's got like 5 or 6 teams, and the fact
Oh
that
my
they just
gosh,
now
yeah.
have an entirely console team is it's, it's not surprising, but at the same time, it's kind of cool to see.
It is cool. I'm actually glad to see. I feel like uh, concert or console players are pretty underrepresented in most competitive
Hmm.
scenes. You know, aside from like certain game types, but especially in FPSs, you don't see a
Oh,
ton of them.
100%. Because I mean, mouse and keyboard, in my opinion, mouse and keyboard always has the advantage because it's just more of a feel. You have more control. But it looks like we're going to be going into Ilios for our first map.
Oh,
And
picking the time of
we're
day.
picking the time, yes. There's
What's
multiple
your call?
times.
Oh, I was
I
gonna
was
say
gonna go
what's your
with
call?
evening.
Yeah, it was
Evening's
too
always the one that I
actually.
go with. It's just
I
so
guess
it's
that is what it is. It's afternoon. We're going to afternoon.
we're going to afternoon Ilios, so I'm kind of excited to see what they'll play here.
Yeah. What do you think?
Valpo, I know Kirikuki plays a lot of Ram, so I'm curious to see if we'll see a Hog and Well maybe, or maybe even like an Orisa.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what we see from the support line here. I know we've got Orin Corbus is typically like a lot of mercy, but
Mhm,
obviously on control points, Lucio is very, very strong.
mhm.
So I'm kind of hoping we see some of that, but we won't know until we see it.
Honestly, I think CQ9 might be pulling out the Mercy or the Lucio here, and I think Orm Chorus might lean towards a Moira or maybe an Ana.
Okay, yeah, I'm interested. I'm also interested to see how that changes on controller because I know actually Lucio is quite difficult on controller due to
Really?
how wall riding works and you have to hold a button.
Okay. Is there ways to like I don't know. I've never played on a
Unless
controller.
something has changed and there's been like more accessibility options towards Lucio, it is I've heard quite difficult to do. And Lucio players typically have like a different button setup altogether to play
Interesting.
Lucio.
That seems like a lot of work.
It
I
is a
could
lot
just
of
play
work, but
mouse and keyboard, plug it into the Xbox or PS5 or
I think
whatever.
that's like against the rules in a lot of tournaments.
Oh, really?
Plugging in an MK into like a keyboard because you still get the aim assist because it registers it as a controller, but
Oh,
it's using it like it's controller input, so you still get the aim assist. There
that's
was
kind
like
of
a big
insane.
controversy about that in Apex.
Well, I know it happened in Rainbow Six Siege. A lot of people are
Yeah,
doing that to
yeah.
climb to the top. All right. It
Looks
looks
like we're
like they're
it looks like we're
ready,
getting in
but
here.
apparently not. They picked evening instead of afternoon because there's no afternoon time. But I honestly, for DPS, I feel like if I know Wit is a really good Soldier and Reaper player, so I'm expecting to see that from him. But L's new to the team this semester,
Yeah,
so I'm curious to see what they bring out. I haven't really seen very many of the Academy games, so this is going to be a good kind of exposure.
I'm excited, especially this season or this season. Now that there's been
Now
some changes
arriving
to the
at
team,
Ilios.
I'm really interested to see where it goes.
All
All
right.
right, we're starting on Ruins, my least favorite Ilios map.
Honestly, Well is my least favorite, but
Crazy.
for runes here, I'm
Initiating
expecting to see
match.
Ramatra from Valpo. At
Yeah,
least this is a very good brawl map. This is very good for just like speeding into each other, and I kind of want to see a Widowmaker out of Wit.
Widowmaker, interesting. I'm I think we're gonna definitely see something like that from Wit. I'm not sure about L. I'm really just like waiting, biding my time until we see what Purdue picks here. Especially Gojo Satoru. What's he gonna pull out? Mercy, that's what it is.
Honestly, Merciana, the weird pick, but I can see the Orisa being a really good pick. This it's a very strong comp, but at the same time, it's a weird comp they're running here because they're very split. Like half the team's gonna be with this Mercy, and the other two are just gonna be out to the dry. Honestly,
Right.
I'd expect a Lucio would be a better pick for them, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And as expected, we see the Ramattra. This is gonna
Yep.
go pretty well with this rush map. Though I would like to see a Lucio paired up with this Ramattra.
All right, DPS kind of leading the charge here, taking a nice little angle on the whole team. Soldier is going to be very strong to this comp, especially when dealing with that Mercy.
I agree. And the position that L is taking here is like quite phenomenal for now splitting off the team, because now their attention is going to be diverted into a different direction. Like so Bastion form comes out.
Ooh, L does go down to the
Also
Bastion.
breaks Ramattra to form too.
I'm interested to see, Valpo's kind of taking a very slow push here, obviously wary of that Mercy boosted Bastion, and they should be, because it is putting out a lot of damage in this competition.
I agree. They have the potential for this damage. Focusing on this Orisa with the Reaper and the Ramattra, it works really well, but this is where it's going to be really hard for Kitty. The Bastion's going to just be running him down most of the
Big
time.
pick from Wit onto this catch. They really need to focus out this Mercy in this comp, though. This Mercy's going to do so much for their team.
I agree.
L gets revenge on the Bastion.
It's huge. Two huge kills. So it looks like Valpo's going to win this fight. I kind of want to see the Kiriko stay with this Reaper. Honestly, taking that off angle and allowing Wit to just kind of do his job, basically. He can freely kill almost anyone on their team with at least a little bit of care, because Reaper's healing pass is just so good.
Yeah. We're seeing good just like poke out here from Kirikuki. Liking it, they got to be careful with this Bastion form, calling it out and pushing on it when it's on cooldown.
I would like to see a Reaper ult now. That's both form and spear.
You gotta be wary of Reaper ult with that spin out in the field though. Bastion ult comes out. It's focused.
Nice Immort.
Ah, two go down.
They still go. Even past Immort, they got to.
I agree. I would have really liked to see a Reaper ult in that fight, especially after the Orisa used Javelin spin.
After Spear came out, even Spin, after Spear came out, that's a free Reaper ult right there. Yeah,
I guess
he
maybe they're just stacking ults for this retake, but they really have to be wary because they know that the other team is charging up a lot of ults as well.
I agree. Because, I mean, we can see here, there's going to be at least an Orisa ult, so I'm kind of looking, I think what they should do is attack, like, go fast with the Kiriko ult, and maybe a Ramattra ult. Hold the Reaper ult if possible for next fight instead of a retake, because Ramatra's easier to retake with Reaper ult.
What I'm really seeing a lot of is we're getting a lot of people really low on Purdue, but just not capitalizing on it.
Yes.
I feel like Valpo could really do with a Lucio to, when you get someone low, just push really fast. But we do see a Kitsune and a Ramble coming out.
There we go. That's
Very
good.
strong combo.
Though they need to keep, okay. It looks like they need to keep their Ramattra up. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job of it.
doing a lot here.
Kill that Mercy. They're in good shape. Here comes a Orisa ult soon, I think.
Yeah, probably going to see that. They really have to focus out this Mercy. This Mercy is doing so much for Purdue. And
I agree, but
gets the res.
Kirikuki did get that pick on the McCree, so it worked
very
really well.
Yeah, I'm talking more on like the Soldier, like on L, trying to use Soldier to take out this Mercy. I would like, if we saw L take a few more like off angles and going off on the side to get an angle on the Mercy.
I agree, but we are seeing a Sojin switch on Purdue's side. Though they did use two ults, and they also used two ults on the other side, so it was a good trade-off, 2 for 2.
And I
do like to see
a Visor come out here.
I believe so. I think we'll see a Reaper up before a Visor, though. The Reaper we can see is in position through L's screen here. And after I see that, that's when he should be going in to get ready.
Going in for the ult. We're seeing a really strong neutral fight for each team, and Valpo's kind of being forced to back off, just due to the frontward pressure by Purdue.
I agree. One thing I would like to also see here is ult usage before.
Oh, it's Nano too. Ooh, a lot of damage.
It's winnable.
It is very winnable.
They got that window down. We got.
You lose both DPS, it's going to be a hard-fought battle if they're going to win this.
Kirikuki's just got to hold for as long as humanly possible.
Yeah, just trying to get 99 on this point. I don't know if it's like a winnable fight anymore, but they do have
But
99.
at least get
And it's
99.
one
They
good
get that
fight and they win.
overtime. Yep.
And we do still see Reaper ult being held. I would have liked to see it come out just a little bit earlier,
I
but
agree.
I think it definitely has the opportunity to win this fight. That is a dangerous TP. They can't see you, but you can see he's going for it. Oh, yeah, the spear. Yeah, that's tough.
You see,
And
I
both
think
DPS go down.
what I would like to see from Valpo is just proactiveness.
Yeah.
I think they're not being proactive enough. If we notice, they always started with Purdue started with not a Reaper ult, pardon, the Bastion ult. They always started with an ult first, but anyways, pretty good.
Yeah, I think Valpo. Yeah, I definitely would have liked to see the Reaper ult come out a little bit earlier because they probably could have gotten 2 or 3 Reaper ults in that throughout the game. That's a big thing, especially to keep in mind, where a lot of people will hold their ults just for like getting the 5K,
Yes.
beat the whole enemy team in one fell swoop. But it is a lot of time useful to just go for 1 or 2 people in the back line
Yes, I
with
agree.
an ult. That's just like
So-
a confirmed kill.
It looks like we're getting a kind of a team swap
Oh,
with
gameplay.
Purdue. Yeah, we're getting some Hog. I think they had the Ana last game too.
Yes, this is actually entirely the same except for the Hog switch for
Yes.
an Orisa. Or, well, the Orisa switch for a Hog. And we're seeing Valpo get here early, which is a big advantage, but they need to be able to hold their position. And no one can get hooked into the pit. We'll see. Oh,
Very dangerous with this kind of offense.
yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So
That's
one
hard.
Thing, it's hard, but one of the things you got to do there is you got to take that position for Hog. They got there first.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait,
good-
this is
big
actually
kills.
wow.
Still,
fast
big
lead.
kill on that Bastion. Doesn't look like Mercy, but we're seeing a Sojin swap.
This fight is
Very
definitely
quickly
winnable.
is
Valpo's
anti.
fight. But can still live, especially outlasted the anti.
Looks like he's trying to put down a shield here. Wow, great job, healers. They kept him
Yeah.
up.
Healer's really pulling a lot of weight right there.
Again, I would still like to see someone with this Reaper. He's getting a lot of value.
Yeah.
With like as we can see, 96 ult percentage. Anyone else on the team, he's pretty much got double what everyone else has. All right, early ult here. Yep.
Just can't get away from those sleeps. Wow,
Huge
really big
kills.
cleanse here.
Really big plays. Good job.
But yeah, this is what I wanted to see from Valpo. A lot more aggressive version of what they were playing. A lot of the time they were backing off really hard in like every fight and just like giving a lot of ground. With this composition, they have so much forward-facing damage that they can out-brawl like almost any comp.
Oh, 100%.
Even with this Mercy.
Especially with the Ramacha Reaper combo, it works really well. You're able to just kind of push in there, and their team can't stop it. Hog's just basically an ult charge for the entire Valpo team. Now that
I'm
Bastion,
gonna see a Ram ult right here.
Yep. I would like to see the Reaper ult.
Ooh, going right after that. So
Yeah.
But even then, I think that's better than holding. That's better than
I
just
agree.
sitting on it. Because it forced out a lot from their team. You see Orm Corvus might get out, might save the KC.
Does she make it?
The
the body
just
block.
getting stuff. Yeah, it's hard.
It's unlucky, but it's okay. That honestly, not upset with that.
This was a good push. Now we're seeing a Bastion will come out really early here. And yeah, it's
Picks off no one. That's
Avoided.
free ult charge for, I guess the healers both have it. So I'm kind of looking forward to, I think what we're going to see here is we should see a Ramacha Kiriko ult.
yeah, I think that's exactly what we're gonna see here. I think it'll work, but they have to play it right. Everyone has to
Yes.
avoid this Hog's hook. I think they should call it
There
out
we go.
early, but yeah, look, they're looking for it. They're shielding
They need to rotate really fast here.
Yeah, they're kind of just
Hog,
sitting in this.
Hog now.
There's the hook.
They gotta walk. They gotta walk. There you go. That's
Yeah, it's
anti two. You gotta walk past. There you go. This is a huge position for
Yeah,
an ult
this is
right here.
big.
They have cooldowns taken out. There we go. Good ults. We can see Ramacha's like taking out the entire team here.
Yeah, just walking
Though,
through.
as much as I like that ult, there's still some things we can switch about it, but it worked really well. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, I think it's that same thing of like being wary of pushing, and they have so much of this forward pressure that they can just walk through the team. They need to like have that confidence that they will just do enough damage.
Oh, I agree. All right. Looks like Ramacha's gonna use shield here. I think they just used point if I'm specifically correct.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see an OC.
Big
here.
anti by their
Just
Ana.
lost Reaper though. It's an even fight, but they are down to DPS.
It's still winnable.
It is definitely still
Valpo's in
winnable.
this game. They have not only they have window, and they get a kill, and they
Yep.
res their Ana, so it's guaranteed kill for that.
They just have to be careful with this Hog. This Hog
Ooh,
is
they gave
putting
up
out
point.
so much damage, and now with the nanoed ult,
Now that they have point, I think they should hop off. They should not be fighting this.
yeah,
They
they should
should
back
just
off.
be waiting for one recontest and get ready, because last thing they need is someone getting picked here. Does L get out? Oh my god.
I don't know.
He
I
made it.
don't know.
He made it.
It's a horror movie.
That's
It's a
incredible.
horror movie of that Hog just stomping around every corner. It's so
Every time
scary.
you hear it, all I'm hearing is like,
Oh,
here's
it's
Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. So
Waiting for
I
that
mean,
axe
they're all
to the
so
door.
careful with this hook. And they
I
need
like that. I like that they are. Here's gonna be a big ult.
to see a big ult in here from. Oh,
Reaper TP. Does he get it?
oh, it
Oh.
just barely doesn't get it. But we did get the Mercy and
Someone's
the
got
Bastion
to touch
for that.
point. Someone's got to touch
Someone's
point.
got touch. Oh, right in the line here.
Gets that. Kirikuki gets that Ana. Do they get the Hog too? Hog misses hook. Ramantra's gonna be ulting here. It looks like they might be able to get this. They're gonna get this done.
I
Good,
don't know.
good.
It's possible that Purdue
Here comes
gets
an early
one more fight
Bastion
here.
They have one more quick fight, and they're desperately trying to go for a pick with that Bastion ult. And if they're smart, they're gonna switch to someone who has a little bit more mobility here.
I don't think they are. I think their
Looks like
DPS
they're
are already
sticking
alive.
it. Really good Kiriko out here.
Yes. They
Putting
do
that
lose
forward
Wit
pressure on the
early,
ramp.
and there is a damage resistance Doge on point.
But
You
they
have to be
also
so
lose an
careful.
Ana, and it looks like they're also about to lose. Yeah, they lose a Bastion.
It's
The
an even
sacrifice
fight
for
right
both, it's even fight. The sacrifice for both the DPS might work. And
now.
then,
Oh, that's so
Oh.
scary. That's so unfortunate.
both the healers, if they can keep themselves up. Unfortunately, it looks like this part's going to be a Valpo loss. But, honestly,
Uh,
between fight 1 and fight 2, I'm quite happy with fight 2.
okay, we got one more touch.
We got touch,
Now with the,
and it looks like,
oh, it doesn't get the touch.
can't get the high jump in. It's okay. Honestly, though, not a bad game. I'm really looking forward to the rest of these.
Yeah,
Both
this
teams
is-
are playing really well.
This is going to be a good set of matches. So I think. Wait, let's check the play before I start.
We
Talking.
got a good play.
What we got? This was big.
This
This
is
was
really
really,
big.
really good.
Really smart.
I mean, just look at that damage output and running down on the supports here is so smart.
So one of the things we kind of can focus on here is we kind of saw that their Hog had to follow the Ramatra. I kind of instead of the Ramatra chasing it down, I kind of want our Reaper to be chasing it down, and I think they can do it. They have Wit, who's been putting out consistent damage, and Kiriko, who can just keep him alive constantly. Anti Suzu, or he's got Wraith. I think
Yeah, it's definitely, but it is hard because if you're following around a Reaper, you have to be ready to get out at any moment's notice because that
Yes.
Reaper will get jumped.
yes,
A Reaper doing that much damage in a backline will get jumped on, and you have to be ready for that.
yes,
You have to be ready with the Suzu. Get out of there.
yes. Now, looking forward, what they played, what do we think we're gonna see on a map?
Oh, what map do you think? Okay, so this was Purdue picking Ilios.
Yes,
They banned Lijiang, and Valpo banned
Antarctica.
Antarctic. So I'm thinking, what are we on? Escort?
We're on escort now.
We're on Escort. Let's see. They were playing Hog. They were playing Orisa. I don't think we're gonna see a circuit.
I think we're gonna see a Rialto.
I think we're gonna see a Rialto. Interesting. I kind of agree. What do you think Valpo should ban?
I think
Like absolutely they should.
I think Valpo should ban Rialto. Now that I'm
You
thinking
think they
about
should
it,
ban
they
Rialto?
don't get to pick Rialto because Hog, Orisa, really good Rialto map. You get a lot of hook pressure, you get a lot of pressure with your spears. Orisa just can take so much damage. You can just hold
you would
into
know.
there. Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know
take
that
a
you
lot.
can take damage on Orisa.
Man, standing in main is just so fun sometimes.
It's so fun.
Not
I
only
love...
there's no walls to shoot, you can shoot anyone and get shot at. Think about it. I'm just making it so you get ult faster
Yeah.
that I can use.
Yeah, you're also taking a year off my life every 30 seconds.
Maybe that's the goal, you know?
Yeah, you're just trying to. That's true. Yeah, you're just trying to kill me. So I think what we're gonna see. I think Rialto is definitely a good ban. I think that Valpo should pick something, maybe along the lines of Havana. I think if we
Ye-
can play into Wit's consistent damage, I think Wit is also a very good hit scan player. I think L is a very good hit scan player. I think these supports could play these safer angles with them and like truly support them. I think that would be like best case. I think
what about Dorado?
Dorado's hard. Dorado is a difficult map in general.
Mhm.
Like I mean, just like to play, it is a difficult map.
I agree, but I do know Kirikuki has a pretty good Sigma. He can do it.
Well, then they should go to circuit now.
Yes,
I think Circuit actually,
I
I
think
retract my
taking
Havana. I think Circuit would be the best for them.
I think taking Circuit or Dorado is their choice.
Yeah.
Hog is good only on first point of Dorado, but after that he just falls off.
Yeah.
He can't do
Hmm.
much. If you're taking that high ground, that's when you start to get this like nice dive comp. And I don't know if either teams have a dive comp. We didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, you won't really. I mean, you could see it on Ilios, but you really won't as much.
There we
Ban
go. Looks
Rialto.
like they
There you
banned the
go. Hey, you
Rialto
got the
maps.
good
Hey,
calls.
it's probably the smartest thing to ban. It's gonna be Purdue's strongest map with the comp they've been playing,
But
especially with the Bastion. Actually, I'm gonna take it back on Circuit. That would be really bad
with the Bastion,
with the
that's a
Bastion.
good
Their
point.
Bastion is pumping in a lot of damage, but I wouldn't be surprised if Purdue picks it here. Though, if they do pick it here, I expect to see a nice, like, long
Interesting.
sight lines. Cutie Cookie's going to be on that Sigma. I'm going to want to see an Ana and a BAP, and I'm going to also want to see, like, a Soldier, maybe Sojourn. I kind of want to see Wit off something that's not Reaper and Circuit, because
I agree.
it's not that strong if they pick.
Junkertown ban.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That's also a map that they probably wouldn't be very
Yeah,
good on, now that I think about it. I forgot I was in the game, to be honest,
I
and an
didn't. No
option.
one plays Junkertown for some reason.
It's
I'm
very
glad. I don't
DPS
like it.
heavy. Is
Yeah, it's
long
a
sight lines, Widowmaker's really good, and if you have a good Widowmaker, it's
or a
100%
Hanzo.
worth it. Or Hanzo, because you're gonna get those like picks easily, and if you have a good Mercy, it just keeps them alive.
But I mean, we can talk all this about like maps and comps, but I mean, it comes down to like how well they can play the comp, and
I
like
agree.
I think
Execution.
them executing like a more aggressive comp would be very very strong
I
in
agree.
into this in, as like in general. I think these very aggressive comps are very very strong
Especially with their team comp.
with their team comp. Yeah.
Valpo's got a very good aggressive push.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they're good at is once they get moving, they stay moving. So they
Yes.
just need to
Very
get
momentum.
moving. Because we saw that in the last fights where it's like they would
Yes.
gain momentum, push in, and
Like
they
hold
they would
close and
roll. They
yeah.
would absolutely roll, and it was impressive.
Yeah. So that's what I want to see more of. So no matter like the map or what side we're playing. I mean, obviously, if you're playing defensive, you can't just push into their spawn every fight as much as you would like to.
I mean, it's
But
fun, man.
it
Touching
is
that
fun.
spawn.
But I think what I want to see is like I know we don't often play Lucio on here. I would like to see more Lucio, but I'm a little biased because I
I know.
really like Lucio and I really
You're a
like fast
Lucio
comps.
main. You really like Lucio. But it also looks like we're seeing Arya J come in here.
That is true. I didn't
So
see that.
we are gonna. I'm expecting to see a Kiriko from her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's got a
Definitely
pretty good
Kiriko.
Kiriko. I would like to see a Kiriko BAP then, if that's the case. Because
Kiriko
Kiriko
map is very
Ana
strong.
is good. It's just when you start getting to that single target healing, it gets really hard. And for Kirikuki to play this aggressive comp, he's going to need someone that is sticking on him.
Yeah, like
Like me.
Lucio.
Oh,
I mean,
I,
like you.
I like to pick that. And as you said, the Havana map.
Picking Havana. See, that's what I'm saying. I think this is going to play really, really heavily into their DPS's strengths, which will allow every other. It will allow like everyone to kind of form around them
Mhm.
and become stronger for it. I know I'm doing weird stuff with my arms, but um, I think we're gonna see definitely like an L on Soldier or Ash or Widow. We're gonna see that playing with that Kiriko you were talking about on high ground. That's at least that's what I want to see.
It's the vision. You see
It's the
the
vision, yeah.
vision.
I'm seeing it in my head. I'm like, oh yes, this is it.
This is how it's gonna go. I'm writing this story.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm like, I don't know, I don't know what Wit often plays on this map, but I'm expecting. I know Witcamp is a very good hit scan player, so maybe we'll see, maybe not double hit scan, but maybe like a soldier and a Hanzo, or like a widow and a something like that. So, but
Yeah,
and then it depends on like the supports because I know we're probably gonna see a Kiriko, which is good, and so you have to have someone that can support kind of both sides because you can't ignore the tank.
I
So
agree.
I would like to see a BAP, and Ana would work here. It would be good.
Ana would be very good, especially in Havana, because you
You could
have that
even run something like a
protection.
Moira.
Yeah,
You could run something like a
though
Moira.
I do
Oh, going
think
attack?
it looks like Valpo is gonna be going. Valpo's gonna be attacking first, which means that Purdue picked defense, and with them picking defense, it's kind of a strategic move here. Usually, if you pick defense first, you're gonna hold close, so they are gonna be holding
Oh,
at the
you think?
spawn doors. Normally, that's the mental mindset that you get put in, and it's just like you want to surprise them first. You want to put it out
Yeah.
there. You don't want to be like, oh, they're not holding close. We won't hold close.
Right.
They want to put it in there, and it forces Valpo to then hold close if they get stuck there.
I think so, yeah, and that would be dangerous because I've been talking all this about playing these long ranges, and it would be hard for Valpo to fight them if they want to play these long ranges on
I
Havana if
agree.
they're holding close. So if we're seeing a holding close, we're probably going to see something like a Sigma, a May, Bastion, probably,
Yes,
just given
yes.
history here.
But there's two
Ah,
things. There's two things. Valpo
uh-huh.
one, they're very good with that aggressive comp, so getting
They
out of
are.
spawn should not be an issue. But it's getting the momentum that will be
Yeah.
the issue.
Which I mean, if you can get out of spawn and you can bust up like someone holding, and we don't even know if they're holding close yet. Like that's not like if they're not, then it's going to be a totally different ball game. But if they are, Valpo being able to bust out of there, I mean that gives you what that first corner for free basically,
Oh,
because
100%.
they have to walk back from spawn. They should add
Should
Kiriko
add
2 to
Kiriko
the
2 to
game.
the game.
True.
No.
Good point.
Bad point. Are they
Um,
gonna add her sister or something? Or brother?
I don't
Alright.
know.
So it looks like they're not holding close,
Yeah,
which
this
is
is a
interesting.
farm
'Cause
push.
again, it's like if you pick defense first on this map, holding close is like really good. It
It
forces
can
2
be good.
points. Well, even if you all die in the first point, it forces you to be there.
Yeah.
Well, if I see any twigs,
I'm like studying this comp right now. So we've got a Sigma, which is good here. All of these characters are good on this map. I was not expecting to see an Echo, and an
Especially
Echo
after the
Mercy
Bastion.
nonetheless.
Though I do like Valpo's team a lot, especially
I do.
going against this Echo. She's not gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, with 2 hit scans, one of them being Bastion Soldier, it's gonna be really, really hard to detect Echo. Looks like they're all playing top.
Interesting. So they're gonna try and keep that pressure. That's eat out of Sig early, and shield. This Widow is gonna have free reign, and I'm surprised to see L on the Widow. I'm actually looking forward to it. Let's see what he's getting. Here. Come on. See if he's cooking.
Get there.
He's got the body shot.
Oh,
Come on, jump shot,
Body
jump
shot,
shot, jump
bandit.
shot, body
Ooh.
shot.
Come on.
Oh, unfortunate.
Dang.
It's okay, but they're getting so much pressure off
It
that
is.
Widow.
Ooh,
But it looks
okay,
like both
both
DPS are
DPS.
down.
This is going to be really, really hard. Now, Valpo is getting a lot of ground, and that Ana drops early. Yeah. Oh,
But
too
Kirikuku
much
has
damage.
eyes on the prize, forgets about everyone else on the team, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Arya J gets out of here. Kiriko gets out. Both healers survive. Amazing. Good job.
So we're
Now
seeing.
it looks like the Widow's getting headshot again. Now after the second
Dang,
death,
after two?
this is when you gotta swap. I don't play DPS that often, but when I die at least if I die first time on Widow, it's off. Ego's gone. I'm done.
Bastion.
And this is actually I would like to see this. This is pretty good.
This is going to be kind of hard into that Sigma, though. That Sigma's
That
going
is
to be
true,
a wall to this team.
But we have a Ramatra, so if they can time Sigma form or eat with Ramatra form and Bastion form, like huge. That's rock already. They can have this pressure. Taking a lot of damage.
I would like to see Valpo play under. Try and force them off that high ground because it's really, really hard for them to get anywhere right now.
I agree.
We do
Let's
see
say
them rounding this corner. This is going to be really good for Valpo.
we also see a Mercy ult flying in the open. They should be able to just kill her here. And an Echo ult coming in. Three ults from Purdue. This is actually looking really good for Valpo. No one has died from Purdue's ults.
Yeah,
That's Sigma E. I want to see form, but
L cannot get away from this Hanzo.
I would like to
This
see
is
him
good.
focus this Mercy here.
Thing is, but we're seeing a lot of kills from Kirikuki just off the pressure of this one.
This is really good push by
Really
Valpo.
good from Valpo. I think Valpo played that very, very well.
I
think
agree.
Valpo let them run. I think Purdue let them run the cart all the way around the corner, and Valpo took advantage of that. And Purdue has to drop into a disadvantageous position.
Yes. And
And-
it forced them to drop into that position. Yeah, exactly. I wish there was cameras on us, because then you can see
I'm
like
doing
you can see
crazy
the
stuff out
display
here.
that Chris is trying to show, but it's okay. But
So we're
it,
seeing
it worked. I want to
this
see
is
them
the
take this
ground.
high ground now.
This is always difficult. You have to clear this high ground, and I'm really curious to see how Valpo tries to take advantage of this. Seeing a little off angle, but yeah, you just get exploded.
I would like
Kitsune.
yes. I like that. I like that.
But we're seeing a couple people die from Valpo. It's going to be really dangerous. They
Looks like the Sigma on this lift though. This is very winnable on Valpo's side. Very good. Very good. Yeah, just gotta keep the Bastion
It
up.
is
Keep the
just
Bastion
Bastion
up.
and support here. It's kind of hard, but Valpo is still just
I want to see
gaining ground.
Kobe a bomb right here. Come on.
This Bastion, or this Sigma will
Wait, there,
not drop.
the Kobe!
Oh! But yeah, this Bastion just will not, or that Sigma just wasn't going to drop for that Bastion. This Echo has to hide from that.
I would have liked to see him chase that.
I'd like
Sigma
to see a
little bit,
Bastion ult come out right now. Where is it? Come on. Wow, just okay, ignore this. Wow,
very
okay, so they get the
aggressive
Mercy.
position.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Doing that right in the middle of the team is so dangerous, but one.
Gets one. Looks like we drop a
They get
window
two.
as well. Oh no, that's
This
their one.
Hanzo
Yeah.
is weak.
So what was that? That was 1 for 2 ults? 2 ults, yes.
Wait, we did see Bastion ult come out. I didn't see it.
I heard it, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I would have liked to see it a little bit earlier. I think they could have taken a note from Purdue there and used that Bastion ult to force him not to come.
Yes.
Ooh,
Honestly,
seen a
it, like,
early dragon.
Really
Ooh.
weird dragon. Almost gets the
Almost did,
echo
yeah.
out of the air.
Gotta watch this Hanzo. That Hanzo is so dangerous.
No, I like L's been smoking that echo, but I need him to
There
smoke
it is.
that mercy
A Wit.
instead. There we go. Oh, that's Wit.
Oh, I like seeing this ult here, especially with that Mercy flying around. Has to hide.
Hey, get
Looking
rid
for
of the
that
damage
Hanzo.
fall off.
Hunting that Hanzo.
It's Caddis is lethal on this Hanzo tonight. Huge Kirikuki kill. Gets 2. Is he gonna
Big
get the
kill.
3rd? He gets the anti's miss. I want him to shield the Ana up there, so Sigma stops getting
There it
hit.
is.
There it is.
There you go.
A little late, but it's okay. It worked.
And so now, they can't touch. They're definitely going to set up for 3rd here. And Valpo has to have a plan going into 3rd.
I
3rd
agree.
is so difficult.
Especially with these, like we've been talking about, these really long sight lines. This is when it gets hard. I would actually like to see L go on that Widow again. I know at the beginning it was a little bit of
Hey,
a
Hanzo's
struggle,
gone.
but honestly, on this map, it's good. His aim's not warmed up.
really like
Very good Kiriko out here.
I really like that
But
Kiriko.
don't shoot the deflect, Bastion.
I
Good.
like
Very, very good.
Yeah, I like the Kiriko. Sorry, I know I said that like 9 times in a row. But I do like the Kiriko. No, I like it because it's definitely playing. I like healing the enemy.
Enemy Moira.
But I like it because it played into the aggression that I've been looking for from this game. Because we saw that come out, and they were just trying to gather themselves out of spawn, and we got a really, really good advantage here. We're holding all the way up on bridge. That's so much distance for Valpo.
I agree. It's good position though. We do lose Wit. I would like, one thing I've noticed about Valpo's team and Purdue honestly is they don't have a regard for like where they should be. Like their DPS are always in front of their team. That's a very dangerous game that both teams have been playing, and it's something that they kind of gotta like focus
Yeah,
on.
I agree.
Because Wit dying there, unfortunately lost Valpo that fight. They did have to use a Sigma ult for it, but Wit dying like just crumbled.
It did, yeah.
So
it was,
as
it
good
did
as
make it.
Valpo is making, just saying work, but
Hey,
as
you know,
good
it's got pop.
as good as Valpo is at like gaining momentum, they're also good at losing it. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like a cutoff, because that's unfortunately just how the kind of like rush team comp works. Once you have momentum, you can lose it.
Yeah, you have to like continue pushing. I think I would have liked to see like the whole team push up with them on the bridge, which we didn't. I think that could
I
have like
agree.
kept it, but I'm. Ooh, yeah, that's hard.
That's yes, but they have used 2 ults so far.
Yeah, we
Huge.
might be able to see. Ooh,
I
wow.
would like to see Valpo. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
That's exactly what I want to see here.
That Sigma is nano
I know.
deep. So much damage. Ooh. Oh, I thought it got canceled. Wow, I'm glad to see that Soldier ult is still
Oh,
locked in the view.
wow. So
This is winnable
This
for
is
Valpo.
very winnable, but Valpo has some having to fight
Yeah.
against their spawns.
That's true, and you know what? Valpo's got one more push. It's good for them to back up, and that's crazy. Did you see how that stuck?
I know.
That's
That new
crazy.
change is just not.
Ooh,
Oh, huge
really
pick.
good pick.
Huge pick. I would like to see a Bastion ult right here, right now,
Yep.
straight on top of that. Honestly, anyone.
Yeah, just.
Ana.
Oh yeah, he's going for it right now. Look, looking
Let's
for
see
a
it.
place to hide.
Come on. Let's see it.
Wait. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong.
What are we waiting for?
Oh wait, I like this though. Wait, I like this ult.
Window to keep Kirikuki up. Okay.
And to just get a lot of this like front-facing damage up.
Let the Kitsune guide
And
you.
a Kitsune,
Also
we're
good.
really dumping it all in this fight. We got
I would like to see this Bastion
ult.
ult though. Here's
Here it
another
is.
Sigma.
Nope.
No! Come on!
Come on, we need to pop this.
That's a Sigma ult, a Kiriko ult. We're seeing all the ults come out.
It
Yes!
is! Let's go! Oh, right on the Sona too. A
Does
lot.
he get the...
Wow.
Wow. It's okay. This fight's still very winnable.
It is still, but
The bat can keep...
hey!
It's unfortunate.
But that is a good push. That is a good
That
push
is a good
from Valpo.
push. That is a good push. It's unfortunate, but good push.
Yeah. So definitely what we're saying is I think Valpo could be a little bit more proactive in using their ultimates. I think Kirikuki is very good at ulting. I think Orm Corvus is very good at timing those Kitsunes.
Yes, she's been very consistent on I Kiriko ult, you Ramatra ult.
Yes.
And that's been working, or at least I Kiriko ult, you Ramatra form, and if you need a Ramatra ult, you're going in.
Right.
And it's working well. They win their fights very easy off that. I would like to see Bastion ult be used before the fight rather than in the middle of the fight.
It
And
is, I mean,
honestly, the enemy Bastion last game was doing the same thing. Actually, he was going too early.
yeah, I was gonna say a little too early, but I would definitely like to see it because Bastion ult, as good as Bastion can be, Bastion ult can be very weak.
Yes.
If it's not used like super at like a super good time or someone's like actually trapped, it can be very weak.
Yes.
So using it as a zoning tool rather than a get 2 kills tool can be very, very, very strong.
Yes. So, as I had mentioned before, what Purdue should have done,
Oh, here we go.
Valpo is now doing it, and this is going to work really well. So basically, at around 2 seconds, they're going to run off that position. Purdue cannot see Valpo currently. So what they're going to do is try and pick off one and keep trying to stagger someone. Go, go,
Yeah.
go, go.
Oh wow, the wall's bold.
That was
Oh, then they got out 4 from it though. Where are we? We're pinning. We're going. So yeah, this is
Get
that
the
thing of like,
Widowmaker? Come on, you see get the
Behind us,
Widowmaker? Oh. This is a little unorthodox the way they handled
Oh,
this.
they
But
got
they got
the
those.
Sigma.
They got the Sigma. Huge.
this is big.
If they can get that Widow too, that'd be even bigger. Though Reinhardt looking like he needs some care here. Bastion form, that's really good for Valpo.
Really good. So they're going around right side. This is a pretty typical response to this strategy because you get a longer side on, but it's very easy with this mate to just get stuck there. And
Yes.
that's what Valpo wants.
Now they're stuck here, and they're kind of in the position. Ooh.
Wow, just caught by that.
After
So
form
good.
here, Reinhardt should just go in and have a field day.
Ooh, and it's a big anti.
Huge
This is gonna be
import.
really dangerous from Valpo.
Looks like Valpo
Ryan
is
is
gonna make
in
it out
and out.
with the Sojourn.
Whoa.
Oh,
This is scary. Oh, it's so scary from Kirikuki.
looks like
Moira
Moira's
is
coming
here to
in.
support. Oh, yeah, but just in the
It looks
meantime
like-
of sitting
yeah.
there looking at the Sojourn, your whole team is just getting. The
Honestly,
Bastion
though-
is doing a lot.
I did like that play by Kirikuki.
I did too.
It's just unfortunate that he didn't hit a wall and he ran out of time because it happened. Though, I do think he should switch to Sigma here. I don't think
I agree.
Ramacha's the pick.
Yeah, Ramatra might be kind of hard here, especially into a Sigma. We did see the switch on Kiriko.
Also, a Shatter would have been kind of huge. No,
We're going into this next fight. No picks. Oh, that's Sojourn trying to dangerous.
That's
and here
asleep
comes the
already.
Bastion. And it
Goes in, gets made. Ramacha's. This is where the Sigma's gonna come in here.
Yeah.
Sigma is able to eat that Bastion, and honestly, Sigma's just hands down one of the best tanks in the game right now. He's got everything you need: survivability, shields, damage, good ults. Like as we can see here, it's just like he's putting a lot of pressure on supports in the back line.
I'm thinking, yeah, I definitely think Sig would be a really, really, really good pick here for Valpo, but I think Ram can work. It's going to be harder, but I think that form and comboing it, obviously they switch both Ram and Kiriko, so looking for those both combos good.
I'm gonna say it though, playing against Sebastian as Ramatra is miserable. You're stuck.
is hard.
You're just stuck blocking the entire time.
Yeah, and then even then you're still taking a lot of damage. That map ult was good. It definitely kept them locked into that
Yes.
room. I didn't mention what happened, but it was good. But now they have to deal with like all of them walking out at once, and I'm curious to see how they respond here, especially with that Bastion just pumping damage constantly.
I mean, Bastion's been doing that all game. They need someone to mark him.
Yeah, just there. It's hard because Purdue is playing it kind of like a death ball.
I want to see a freeze here. Freeze. They got that ult. I know it just came up, but they got the Moira ult.
Come on, there it
we
is,
go.
there it
Huge mail.
Really, really good mail. Oh, that Bastion behind them.
Unfortunately, the Sojourn and the Bastion do They can at least go 1-for-1. Get one. Get it one. Unfortunately, it looks like they won't be. But I am seeing the Valpo special coming up.
The Valpo special?
The Kiriko Ramo.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. They're classic. And
I
they're going to
think-
need it to win this fight. I don't know if they should even try. Recontesting here is going to
If
be
they can,
really
if
hard.
they can get the it's too late.
I don't know. They're going for it.
I don't think.
Let the Kitsune guide
There it is.
Okay.
I mean, they're out
Come
there.
on.
They lost Kiriko, but they can't win this fight. They get one.
They get two. They're gonna get
Bastion's
two.
putting
here.
out a
That's
ton of
huge.
damage.
Oh my god. This is
Wow.
massive. Valpo special, man.
You know
I
what?
told
There it
you.
is.
That's
When it works,
huge.
it works.
Very, very well played by Valpo.
That was
Very
I
happy about
really,
that.
really like that. And I like the Bastion
Honestly.
switch from L. I like L swapping to Bastion from May. May is very, very good. And don't get me wrong, can be very, very good. I think Bastion is going to get a lot more use. Whoa, whoa,
It looks like he's trying to talk to his team with some motions. Like, get up here. Alright, it looks like they're gonna push this top. We're seeing a
Ooh.
Bastion all come from Purdue.
This Bastion ult coming out though, you gotta be real careful. Oh my gosh.
Gets out. Huge
I
Suzu.
hit the map,
Unfortunately,
though.
gets one of them. I
seen
do
that
like this
soldier ult,
ult
but I don't
soldier.
know
If
about
they
it
can get
like
kept
yours.
up, there we go. It gets one. They're even right now. This is an even fight. Valpo's actually got the lead. Where Kirikuki is positioned, they definitely have the lead.
Ooh, that's a big lift from Sigma. He's got
I
nailed.
believe Kirikuki's gonna live here though.
I don't know.
Unfortunate.
I mean,
It
you
did
can
just
live, you can
force-
live the ult, but
It just forced two ults up. That was Nano and Lift.
and it looks like they might try
They might
and
as
go
well
for
dive
another
point.
touch. Yeah. Are we gonna see it from Bastion here? I
It
don't think
doesn't
so.
look
Yeah,
like
backing
it.
up, which is smart. I think that is smart. And then they got two minutes and 58 seconds, almost 3 minutes.
It can be done.
Oh no, absolutely, it can be done.
Especially on this map, it can be done.
I like this ult.
I do too, but I would have wanted to wait just
yeah.
a little bit because you're kind of stuck in this sight line now. But overall, it's good pressure ult, but they still get cart value off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think though with that ult, it can charge so fast, especially with the composition like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
It is good to just use.
Huge
Ooh,
kill by L.
Good kill. Ooh, we're seeing a
Huge
lot of.
kill. This is good momentum. This is where I want them to just keep pushing up.
Yeah.
Like this Moira dies. They killed it up.
Well, yeah, you got fade out.
Moira players smelly.
Oh no, we're playing. Hey, they're getting a mythic skin.
Moira is getting a big skin, which is
It looks cool.
It looks
so. What we're seeing is another Bastion. I swear this Bastion is ult every fight. It feels like.
Oh, the amount of damage he's pumping into our team.
Yeah.
I would like to see our Bastion.
I'm trying to
now.
see this from Mel. I'm trying to see a big Bastion ult right here.
Well, not now. It's too late.
I don't know. He did it. Maybe a little earlier, but.
They got that Sigma pushing up. They got that was 3 ults or 2 ults from Purdue.
But I
So,
mean,
we got our
Valpo
Valpo
really needs
special.
to fight right now. They need
I
to
agree.
run
I
out
think
and
Bastion-
immediately fight.
Bastion should ult from spawn here.
I could see
right
that
now.
happening. Yeah.
Looks like he's thinking about
maybe
it.
planning
Come
on
on,
it.
just press
There
the
it
button.
is.
There we go.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
And we see that coming out. Ooh, yeah, trying to trap their backline. No, I like this. I like this. It's kind of
Alright,
forcing
if they
their
get the
backline
Ana,
to
that's
go
huge. That is huge for Valpo. It looks like they nano. No, they didn't nano. It's just
No,
he
they
looks
didn't
weird.
nano.
Block. There you go. There you go. That is huge for Valpo. That leaves them
This
with
is
a
good.
minute left. And
they retain
probably
Ramble.
yes, but they probably should have saved Kiriko.
I don't know. I actually like Kiriko ult. I think they could have saved Soldier ult.
Really?
Kiriko ult there was nice because they let them all get onto point very fast and like cluster up point, make it really confusing for Purdue. I think they could have saved Soldier ult for this last push, especially with like that Sojourn gonna come in with OC, and it's good to be able to just like take that out of your team. I do want to see a Ramble maybe in like 10 seconds.
Honestly, yeah. A little bit longer.
Yeah.
Now,
Nano
this is
OC.
actually sorry. Now is when he should press that button.
Yeah. Ooh, but they are
Huge-
gonna
oh
get the
my god,
Sojourn.
it's huge!
That's good.
Huge! Here's the ults! Here's the ults! They're coming in. Oh, they're cleaning up.
Oh yeah.
This Bastion and Ana don't stand a chance. Anyone left on point's just dead.
Yeah, it's just so much damage from that Ramble. And
Oh my God,
20
yeah.
seconds. Purdue does have a touch if they switch fast characters. You see them switching that Tracer. They are going to touch. Valpo
Switching to a queen
has
really
to
quick
kill
too.
that Tracer.
Getting that shout out is gonna push their team ahead a little bit
Yeah.
too. Though, it puts a really big advantage on
I need to see Valpo
Kiriko.
playing a little bit more proactively right now. I don't.
Honestly,
we're kinda sitting back
this
and
this
staging.
position is a good position to be in. They just got the Bastion format. We're now getting our ult. They are forced to come to us here. They have this. They have no form. So
Yeah,
Kuki's gonna make it out of here. They have one.
one.
This is really good.
Ooh, and Valpo just got 2 elims right off the bat. That Bastion's coming out, but it only gets 1. Valpo is up in this fight, especially with such a tanky, with a 4 Slight
Yes.
Red on point. It's very, very hard for Purdue.
I do like to see Kuki up here in the front line. He's kind of owning the game. Like
Yeah,
he's
that
holding
portal.
their hand. The team is forced to fight Kuki, and it's forcing like their Tracer to play more risky like that. And unfortunately, do things like
Corvus
waste
does
recall.
go down, but it's going to be hard here for Purdue.
We're getting a Bastion ult and a Soldier ult coming up here, right here.
I
I
want
would
to see
like
this
to see
Bastion.
it
There it is.
instantly.
Oh,
Oh,
whoa. That was great.
Tracer got 2. That was very good for
Yeah,
play.
Wait. We got Kiriko on point. Holding it down. Throwing down. Oh.
Very
Ow.
well played by both teams.
Wow. That's hard. That's hard for Valpo. So, oh man, I'm actually on the edge of my seat for a second.
I know, I'm like,
I was like getting in
I'm
here.
like,
Wow. Okay. So let's kind of break that down. Like after we see this
number
play.
2. Kuki number
Yeah, after
2
we see
on
this
this.
play.
He's been
This was
playing
so
very
big.
well. This was a very big play of the game. And honestly, this should have been where they should have stuffed here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah. Okay. So let's. Wow. Okay. I want to break that down because that was a very, very interesting and very chaotic fight.
Yes, incredibly chaotic.
So we've got Valpo gets I think a team kill.
Yes.
With 20 seconds left, 30 seconds left on the clock, maybe 30 seconds left on the clock. Purdue switches to Tracer, which is standard. Switches to Queen, which was very smart.
Oh yes.
Doesn't swap Lucio immediately. They do eventually. And then Tracer touches point. Valpo at this point is sitting pretty far back. I would have liked to see Valpo playing almost on bridge to try and stuff that Tracer from even coming near the objective.
I agree, but the only problem with that, I guess we knew, but they didn't know. They did have that queen switch, and that queen switch honestly pushes their
It does a
entire team
lot.
forward. So part of the reason I think what they did was good. I think what
I
they
did too.
should have done is use the window to push in front of Cart and take that angle because you're allowed the wit to have that high ground up there. You have that, and your team is now looking at kind of 2-3 different angles. I think
Yeah.
that's where they take that advantage from.
Interesting.
Because forcing them into that choke there, that bridge, it is incredibly strong. And
It is.
they were playing Bastion. Kirikuki's gonna die if he's up there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think everyone should have been up there. I think we should have seen. So what we saw a lot was Wit on Soldier playing on that top right through that window. That is very strong. I think Wit stays there. I think maybe the Kiriko plays there as well. So Kiriko has an angle on Ram, but also can support Wit.
Yes.
Orm Corvus was playing Kiriko.
Yeah, because Arya J was playing Bap.
That's right. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I would have really, really, really liked to see that, and that's not what happened. But then we saw, Valpo can fight this for a long time. They're getting a lot of kills, but they're just not, killing entirely. And then we see that Bastion will come out. I think that Bastion was probably a little bit misplayed just to kill that Tracer, because Tracer's hard to kill with Bastion. I mean, it's like
Correct.
Tracer's going to be hard. I
I'll
think
just
putting
press
that on
E
point
recalls.
would have been maybe a little bit stronger. That Tracer, though, had a very good insight to chase that Bastion down.
Hmm Very, very good on that play. I think the Bastion ult was good. Mishandled it a little bit, but I like the timing of it. Honestly,
timing was good. I think it
really
was-
wish
it
he
was
got
done at a good
behind the
time.
other wall as well.
Yeah.
'cause-
Well, even then, that Tracer's still going to push you.
Yeah, but it's an extra blink
Wow,
she
we're
has
going
to
in fast.
use. It looks like we're playing New Junk City for Flashpoint. One of the newer game modes to Overwatch.
Wow, I'm still thinking about that fight. I'm gonna be thinking about that fight for a little bit.
Have you ever seen those things on Instagram? It's like, what's going on in this clip?
Yeah,
And it's just like a
yeah.
screenshot of just a bunch of random
It's
ults.
just like stuff going around. There's shields everywhere.
I could
there's, like,
take a
7
picture
ults.
and probably post that, and people would be like, I have no
It's
idea.
like, wow. Yeah, it was chaotic. That is a hard. And then people are dying left and right. And you're like, okay. Who's alive? Who's got
Stressful.
ults? Yeah, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's a Tracer in our backline. What's going on? And it's like a lot, especially for like support players to keep track of, because like you're trying to heal your team, and you got to pay attention to their team and your team, whatever. So very, very chaotic. I was confused, but
I agree. I think one of the things is like maintaining that like focus as you're kind of going in to these
Yeah.
fights. So I am looking forward to seeing their. Oh, we got a
wow.
Lucio.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm excited. Okay, I love watching Lucio players work.
Honestly, Lucio is one of my favorite like characters in this game to watch.
Yes, it's so fun. Alright, not amping out of spawn, which is, you can do it either way. A lot of people amp out of spawn to get there faster. Some people wait for amp so that they can have it when they're there. Either way works, both are good. But I feel like Purdue is going to get there first. They have a 4.
Or that's why they're getting there faster.
No, I'm just saying they have a.
I mean, it's an. I don't really like Purdue's comp.
That's a
This is really huge. Kirikuki's going in there. He's just.
Definitely going to find out Lucio.
Oh my God, he's just doing 36% all charge already. That is massive. Gets those easy picks. It looks like Valvo's gonna take the dub on this first point. Or first fight, sorry.
Yeah, first fight, yeah. I really, really like that from Valvo. That's a lot of that thing I've been talking about with, you want this like hyper aggression when you're playing this comp. And I mean, you have to be smart about it, which they are. But having a Lucio helps that tenfold. It's so much easier to play that against.
100%. Looks like we're instantly seeing a Zarya swap, which honestly, I don't think it's a great pick for them. I think Valpo's team comp is like so much better than Purdue's here.
Yeah, it definitely does play to the strengths of their which is really strong. This A is going to be really strong.
But I would like to see the
we really
Lucio
gotta help
playing.
this.
Yeah, playing with the
Yeah.
ramp. This is good. This is good.
Yeah, this Lucio's kind of back
Ramacha's
down.
gonna have to switch form.
Lucio playing with
All right,
the ramp.
we're about to get a Ramatra ult here. But L with the really quick mail, huge. This is the proactive mails that we're talking. Whoa. A little late, but it
That was
worked.
close. That was close.
Very big for Valpo. Holy crap.
Ram has got to be the funniest character to watch in this fight.
The what?
Ram has got to be the funniest character, and we're seeing yellow level 2 from Valpo. Ram punching, just.
Honestly,
It's so
it's not even the punches. It's when he does a little jog when he's running.
Yeah.
He's got. I kind of wish Kiriki could just form right now to just display
Just
the
a
jog
jog.
for us.
I mean, actually, forming here is not bad. I would like to see Lucio speeding, but we have. Okay, this is looking good for Valpo. We're looking at a lot of ults coming up.
Very split as a team right now, though. It looks like we're getting together.
Yeah.
The
I'm
early
gonna say
pick
we're
here
probably gonna
could
see
be
an early Ram ult here, is what I'm predicting, and what I want to see from Valpo.
actually not. I don't want to see that. I want to see an early Reaper
What?
ult.
Well, okay.
Look at this. Get in there. Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Look at
Whoa!
that. Come on, get the 5. Get the 5K. Get the
Hey,
5K.
turret counts. Turret counts. Turret counts.
Well, turret does not count.
Turret counts. That's a 5K
In a
in
what
my book.
world?
That's a 5K in my heart.
He's killing something that does not move and just shoots.
That's me on Ana.
Yeah, pretty much. Standing in main, getting picked left and right. That's why I don't get any healing when we fight.
That's crazy. Anyways, so once again, I mean, we're seeing a huge difference in ult
Now.
here from Valpo. Like
Now, the Ramatra.
now,
ult.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Ramatra
now
ult
we're gonna see our ultra.
in 30 or like 10
Gonna
seconds
be
here.
dangerous with this Reaper. Right now, they're all packed together.
Now, yep.
There it is.
Break wall man, break wall man, break
Yeah.
wall man.
Oh my god.
Huge Lucio beat. A lot going on. Ramatra should not go further into this room.
Yeah, that losing Reaper here is very dangerous. You lose a lot of your pressure. Being able to poke out this Ana on an off angle,
What is that Ana doing?
hiding from the ramble, I guess. Ooh, that's a
Huge
very, very
main
good
wall.
wall.
Can we get the Reaper?
Oh, we're gonna see a
Oh.
big freeze right now. There it is. Ah,
Oh my god, I'm literally
just-
they can make this last fight here.
yeah. Valpo may not
Get
win
that
this fight,
Reaper,
but they are
huge
gonna get
pick on the
99
Reaper.
Really big.
They're gonna get 99. Wit's
Oh,
going.
get the Ana.
Wit's just going at it.
And what's gonna
Honestly,
leave?
with his life
Which I
gets
like.
huge play. This is what we like to see from Valpo.
Am I stepping on your cable? My
Yeah,
bad.
you're stepping on my cords.
My bad. My bad.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I
Um,
guess.
So we did lose that big ult economy lead with Valpo, and they are going to be looking at a Reaper ult in this fight now.
No, I mean
99, they just need one. They need one fight.
they need one fight. Reaper ult and Ramatra ult both coming up here. They're kind of even in my eyes. Yes, they have a Reaper ult right now and almost nano. But like we have Reaper ult coming up. We have Kirikuki's ult coming up. We also have a Lucio ult coming up. So it's like this is gonna be really strong in Valpo's favor.
Oh wow, that bubble was really, really good
Damn.
on Purdue's part.
He just pulled a wit.
Pull the wit is crazy. Pull the wit is insane. I mean, that's
Hey,
true though.
he
Wit
labeled
does,
it
Wit does have
first.
crazy goals. So that was, I think, expected here. Because you're looking at this ult, you don't have a lot of things to answer right now. You
Though,
did focus out the ult really well, but that bubble saved.
yes, but they're at 87%, so it forces Valpo to go into a
I
really
think we're
quick and
gonna
really
see
fast. Kirikuki, if he keeps going, yeah,
that grab.
they lose this point here. Because
Yeah,
that.
they did.
Ah, L
They just
trying
can't
to go
touch.
for that last part.
Oh, L like the. My bad. I thought you
What
were
do you
like.
think I said?
I thought you were like L play. L trying to go for
No,
that.
L was going
but
for
you
the
were saying his
touch.
name.
See, they have, Valpo has L.
I was like, dang.
Should we call him Eel instead or
Nah, L's fine. It was my bad.
Do this.
But
something?
yeah, that grab was unfortunate. But now Valpo once again has a little bit of an ult advantage here. They're coming
Honestly,
up
a
on
lot of bit of an
4.
ult advantage.
They have to watch out, and what I think we're gonna see from Purdue here is a nano visor. And Valpo
Yes.
has to answer that like immediately. You either hide or you kill the Reaper, or not the Reaper, the soldier.
I think they just beat.
They beat. Now I don't think beat saves. I think that's the easiest way to Ajax is to beat a nano visor.
Yeah.
Besides like beating an OC or something, you know.
Yeah, but I think they can do it.
Especially with this advantage like
Alright,
this
the
position
mantra
by
ult. 30 seconds here. Now.
He's just going in.
You just heard both nade and sleep. He's gotta go in.
There's the nano visor. I like.
Shut down. There's the beat. I told you.
Yeah.
They killed his soldier.
Yeah,
There you go. 1, 2.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh, it's okay. Honestly though, this was really good in Valpo's part.
It was.
2 ults for 2. They won. Support, DPS ult, support, and DPS ult.
I
Very
know it
good.
got
Very
shut down,
well played.
But I like that from Wit. I really like that from Wit. I know it was like a you're
Risky.
gonna die, but you get one. You
got two.
turn the soldier half. Or yeah, 2. Yeah.
You got 2.
You get the soldier to half so that Ram can follow up on it. Because Ram is the only one that can tank that. I really, really like that.
I agree. I think it turned out really well in their favor. So I would like to now see
I'm
just an
seeing a
early
Rambo
freeze.
right now.
Early freeze. Early freeze. Right here. They're all
Oh
grouped
yeah,
up.
look,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
setting up for it.
juicy.
It's right there. Just
That works too, honestly.
Yeah,
I would have
was-
held the window, but overall still pretty good.
Throw the freeze over.
I know, just boink. They're all stuck in that room, especially with Kirikuki. High pressure. Yeah, but he's got both Ana.
Are we still gonna see a freeze? A freeze could down 3.
This kind of goes back to our discussion earlier about proactive ults, which is
Yeah.
usage, because they used first. They won the fight.
won the fight. Yeah, I'm really curious as to why we didn't see like a male or a Ramel come out. I thought maybe the male would be saved for later, but the Ramel felt like it could have been very strong in that fight. And
The problem with the Ramel in like a short, small corridor with that, especially against Zarya, bubbles,
Yeah,
it like makes it really hard. You block up a lot of sight lines. The Mail would have been really good because it could have forced into a Ramel.
Valpor's
That's one
stealing
bubble.
his position again.
And the Ajax. Big ult by Kirikuki here. Gets one, but unfortunately goes down with the Reaper. Is Wit gonna be able to... Nope. The Lucio trying to keep the dream alive here.
That's a hard position to play on Valpo's part because you're pushing up onto this high ground. You're facing an Ana who's just gonna hit a nade. Like you can't. The only way you can stop that nade is by blocking it, but the Ana's just gonna wait for your shield to go down. And then you're dealing with just a lot of damage as you're pushing up. So it's hard to ram ult there. It is unfortunate that the Mail got canceled.
That is unfortunate because it was
a Mail
about to
would
be
have been
really juicy.
Incredible right there.
It's kind of ironic because we were talking about how we should be proactive and they were proactive.
But yeah, you have to be,
Lost
but you have to
their
be proactive and careful, you know. And the Mail was good. It was unlucky that it got canceled for sure.
Yes, this is a really strong fight for Valpo here.
Yeah.
Like this point's really good for Ramatra and honestly just a Lucio in general. Because that center pillar just allows Lucio to kind of just be all over.
Good beat.
Huge
I
beat by
like
Valpo.
that.
Valpo's now going to be ahead of the fight here. Not only they have speed, nano visor coming out. That's 3 ults already. Honestly, even though if Valpo wins this fight, that's huge for them. If they lose this fight, it still works. They just got 3 out as long as they don't use any more ults. Oh my god, it's still going on.
Wow. Okay. a lot of ults out there from Purdue. And Valpo
And
really
Valpo,
played it well. I mean, you're facing that many ults with just one of your own, right? Two of your
Two,
own, sorry.
two.
Two.
though, our ult economy is now a lot better. And going into this fight, it's a very easy, should be a very easy win.
Well, it's hard because you have to play this reroll well.
I agree.
Valpo needs to take, they have maybe one fight here before, you know, it's game over.
No, yeah, this is the last fight for this point here.
Ooh, wow, fading out.
This
is
Reaper
gonna be
should
hard
die here.
We're seeing a very, very aggressive push, which I really like from Valpo. We're gonna see the Ramble come out. There, ooh, very low.
Oh, we just walled off our own Reaper.
Ooh, I mean, that's hard.
Good
There's the
Ramble
Ramble,
here.
but I
Keep
don't
him
know
up,
how
keep
much
him
it's
up.
gonna do.
Honestly, that's still a really good ram out because it keeps him up for the extra health.
Yeah, they've got the Zarya walled off. They can kill the Zarya.
Kill
Big
Zarya.
kill.
This is a really big momentum for Valpo.
They
Valpo's
lose
going
one.
in, getting
Get
the
another.
other one.
They're
They're
up
up
one in the
still.
fight.
They're still up.
They get the point.
Huge Valpo win there. Can they get any
Ooh.
stragglers is the question.
I was stressed. I was stressed when those two ults in didn't like get a ton done. You know, I was like, oh, you know, it's hard. That's hard. But they played it well. They played their lives.
I agree.
Which I really, really like to see. I like to see them, you know, not trying to force the ult, but playing it so that you just live.
Oh, 100%. And on top of that, we are about to have really good ult economy. We're coming up with 3 ults here.
And
And
you're facing a grab and a visor coming up on a nano. You got to be careful. There's the grab.
River matchup. Honestly, huge.
Really
Huge
good
ults
beat
here. I would like to see a window just for defensive, honestly. Keeping up their team. It looks like Valpo's going to clear them, though.
Yeah, they got to pay attention.
Huge,
Sorry, a
huge
little bit in
ults.
their back, but
Kill this soldier, too. Yep, this secures Valpo's. They're not going to be able to touch if they keep up this pressure.
yep. And
That
what-
secures
exactly
point
what
win for
they're doing.
Valpo. This is really good.
Oh, that Reaper TPing in is scary.
I don't know why he would TP in there, bro.
No,
It's
hey,
okay.
you know what? Sometimes you might be able to get a pick. Okay, now Valpo's running towards what they already know to be the last point, so it's really, really good for them.
I'm excited. This has been a really good game.
Yeah, I know. 2-2 on Flashpoint. You don't see it a ton.
No, usually it's a 3-0, but honestly,
Valpo,
I like Flashpoint for this reason. Sometimes the games can feel so competitive.
yeah. Now their ult economy is a little different here. We're seeing 3 ults come up on Valpo, 4 ults on Purdue. I think we're gonna see hopefully like an early Reaper ult here, one that, you know, it's maybe a pick or two and gives Valpo a little bit of an edge in this fight.
Honestly, even if they just do damage,
But we're definitely gonna see a Purdue because oh, there's that nano visor and a Cole. That's gonna be dangerous.
so this is first point. If they want to use all that for this first point, that's huge. They use Coalescence, Nano, and Visor. Like,
And Valpo uses none. which is-
exactly. And honestly, it worked. It works because this next fight, now they have Ram ult, they have Reaper ult, they have Bap ult,
They're
and
gonna come up on B probably during this
yeah,
fight. They
and
might get close to
honestly,
Mayo.
with being there, I think this Lucio should kind of play safer and wait
I
for
agree.
that Reaper ult. Get that Reaper, get beat, and then push in.
I don't know about that Reaper, but definitely the grab. The B has
Grab is
saved them from these
40%
grabs.
away though.
I don't know, that could be this fight.
True,
Especially
but that's one bubble. They should be able to push in after the
I
second one.
really want to see a Reaper ult come out here. I hear that Reaper off to the right of our team. They need to really be watching out on
I agree.
him on the outside.
Though they're leaving their Bap out to dry.
A little bit, but I think they can run back from it. I think we're going to see the
Here it is. Here
wow,
it is.
big
In a second.
damage.
Yup.
There it is.
Gets
That's
two.
okay. That's good.
Here comes possibly their Reaper ult.
Valpo
We get
gets
point here.
points.
That's really big.
90%.
Huge.
They really can't afford to lose right here, though. They needed to spend ult so that they can win. And oh wait, no, Purdue's backing off. Purdue's backing off, maybe looking for a quick fight here, but we do have May ult, and May ult could do a lot. Now we are looking at grab Reaper, which I think maybe Purdue's plan. They've been holding on to this Reaper ult for so long. That's maybe what they're thinking.
I agree.
Which means I want to see this Lucio not playing with as much of the team so that he can be safe from that grab. Oh, that sleep might be dangerous. Never mind, we're good. And we're seeing a big
Huge beat. This is what we like to see. It looks like huge freeze, huge beat. Bapple's gonna take momentum in the fight. It's okay. They're still in a decent spot. They can still win this. Huge
Big
pick.
kill from Wait here. I
What's
like
pulling
this
the
from
weight
Wait.
here? If he can get one more here, this fight's easily
Ooh, we
won.
do lose CQ9, and that visor might be killer. Just Wit. Alone, holding
Honestly,
the line.
stall
Wit
stall a
needs
little
to
bit.
touch.
He should
Wit
be able to
needs
touch.
like now.
Yep.
Oh, nope, doesn't make it.
Oh.
And
Overall, like really
that
good
was
matches.
a good fight. That was a good match. Had me
Will
stressed.
Kirikuki get the third one in a
Oh,
row?
let's see.
Play
Nah,
No.
Caddis had some crazy
That
ults
was
in
a
this
really
match.
good repro. I'm pretty sure I know which one this could be. Like, yep.
Yeah, this wasn't even an ult.
He
This
gets
is
the
just
Ajax.
oh,
Two Reaper
true.
cancels.
Is this the male thing?
He just ate, yeah, the male Ajax.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, Caddis was really, really, really doing a lot this game, and Purdue was playing like very well.
Oh
Purdue,
yeah, very clean. Purdue looked like they played really well as a team. They were very
yeah,
cohesive. It looks like they had a plan coming in, but still, I think Valpo played really well
I do.
overall.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
proud of them. They did good.
Yeah, I think this was a. I mean, it was gonna be a tough match for sure.
Oh,
And
100%.
going into this, I think that they had a couple of good plans, and they executed on those plans. But I think just like their neutral game maybe fell off to the wayside of Purdue's, and Purdue's
Yeah,
had it played a really, really, really strong neutral.
yeah,
And
100%.
I think Valpo would get a lot from like watching this back,
Oh,
understanding
100%.
like when their ult's going to be used and when to be aggressive. And I think Valpo is just going to be better for this game.
I agree. I think just looking back and looking at what they could do here really just will solidify their team play
Yes, for
and
sure.
honestly fix up some mistakes that they can just like easily fix.
Yeah,
So,
and fixing those, I think their possibilities of winning just skyrocket. I think they are already a strong team, and I think that with like playing against people that play good neutral like this and play good ult economy like this, I think they can only get better, and I'm really excited.
I agree. But overall, thank you guys for watching. Looking forward to the next game,
Yeah,
honestly. So, see ya.
have a good night.